Well, hello, everybody. We are back for another edition of What's Trending with Dawn. I hope you had a great week. And this week, what we're going to be going over is grocer goodness. Caleb does college. Dak did it. What's behind your mirror? Major Biden bites. A royal rant and cheaper whiskey. So we got some great stuff to go over this week. I hope you got over my unplugged from last week. I didn't get too much hate mail on that, but we always love your comments on these things. So go ahead, and that's what the comment stuff is down there at the bottom. So we're going to start off with a couple of feel-good stories. One is you can see it up here already, kind of from last week. We talked about Texas going through that awful ice storm, and this had come out, and I think I must have just neglected to put it in here last week, but it came up again in the feed this week that a Texas grocery store apparent act of kindness sets off a chain reaction of positivity in the wake of the deadly storm. So down there, what happened was this HEB store. Apparently, this couple, they were telling the story, Tim and Deb Hennessy, and they went to go on a grocery run, and they got to the store, and they saw that it was just packed. I mean, it was just full of people, and they're like, oh, man, do we want to go in? And so they go in, they start getting their groceries, and what happens is the power goes off. And so they went in, and of course the manager's saying everybody needs to leave. We got to get you guys out of here. That's head to the front. So they all went to the front, and they said, "Oh, isn't this something? We're not all going to get anything to eat after all." But when they got up there, it says here in the middle that Hennessy said the cashier waved them through the checkout lane, so there wasn't time to bag anything. And he assumed that they were just going to figure out a way to contact them and get their contact information and pay for stuff later. But nope, they just let them out. Whoever was in there, they let them out with all their groceries. And so all these folks had free food, courtesy of the HEB store here. And as it turns out, a lot of folks had come back on and went to their corporate site and actually donated money. And what ended up happening is there was HEB detailed that their efforts to support Texas community recovering from the winter storm included $1 million donation to Feeding Texas. And so a lot of the customers went in and supported that as well, which supported Texas Food Bank. So just one little, item that shows that, good just promotes good. So you go out and do some good stuff, that little simple act of kindness, and you just don't know where it's going to go. But awfully good news. I'm sure that people in the community are really supporting that grocery store. So those good things come back to you. Well, let's look at another one here. Caleb goes to college. Here's a 12-year-old boy that's in his sophomore year of college. Some of you out there got all these kind of dang excuses and stuff. Here's a 12-year-old boy. He's already been accepted to engineering school. And there he is, Caleb, good-looking little boy. And what's funny is at 12, he's a sophomore at Chattahoochee Technical College. Now, when I first saw the article, I had to go look up Chattahoochee Technical College. That sounded kind of funny to me. But nope, there is one. And he earned a bachelor's degree in aerospace engineering at Chattahoochee. And so he's really, doing well for himself. But the neat thing I read about it was he became, at just 3 years old, Caleb became the youngest Black American male to qualify for Mensa. So that was at 3 years old. He qualified for Mensa. And I went down there and read the story. You can pull this up and pull the video if you want to. But at 9 months old, he was already doing sign language. and I mean, of course, he was reading early and everything else, but he was well beyond his seventh grade classmates. So they decided to check him out, and they ended up putting him in school and college. And his dad actually said in here, this dad actually had to escort him, obviously, to school. But he said he couldn't help him with his homework because Caleb was way smarter than he was. But pretty cool stuff that can really, really happen. And Caleb says, I'm a pretty big risk taker. I'm taking the fast track, but it's going to be very hard, he explained. That's what drives me, because I know that if I don't do this now, this chance is never going to happen again. So that's awesome. Awesome attitude. And more adults need to be having that, but he's going to be going to Georgia Tech here pretty soon. And he wants to land an internship with Tesla and SpaceX And I'm sure that Elon Musk will probably let him do that. So Elon backed his way into our what's trending once again. Can you imagine every time we turn around, Elon's coming back in here? But kudos to Caleb for pulling it off, man. 12-year-old, awesome. I know some other incredibly smart kids out there, but really, really good story in people. Then we got another young man that's pretty excited, Dak Prescott. You guys know I'm a Cowboy fan. I'm kind of frustrated Cowboy fan, but he got his money. 4 year, $160 million. So, if you can't be 12 years old and going to aerospace engineering school, you can always start playing football and be like Dak. And he's got a 4 on his jersey, and that's for 4 years, $160 million. And yeah, right now, Dak, you are number one. So congratulations. I'm always happy for people that are making money, because that just proves once again that there's money out there in the universe. And you just need to go out there and grab yours. So don't make any excuses. Don't harbor any ill effects for Dak. He went out there and, man, he got his deal done. So you get to busy and get out there and then get your deal done. All right. Well, let's look at what's behind your mirror. I don't know if you saw this, and I was on TikTok. But this New York City woman discovered an empty apartment behind her bathroom mirror. And how the story goes is this gal, she had felt a cold draft in her bathroom, and she really didn't know where it was coming from. And she thought it was an old air vent up there, but it was coming from behind the mirror. So she takes the mirror out, and I can probably run. You can't hear the video, but I can run it, and you can kind of see that she takes the mirror out, and what happens is she crawls through there, and she's seeing, is it up there? Is it the vent? No, it's in the mirror, she says. So what she does, she goes in here and she takes the mirror out, and there's a hole right in the back of the mirror, and you can see back there the stuff in there. So she crawls through there, and she gets in there, and there's a whole nother apartment, behind her mirror that apparently the building manager didn't anybody know about. So you can see her crawling through here. I'm not going to show her rear end. Well, now you got her rear end. But anyway, she does get in there, and she goes through here, and like I said, there's an entirely, because she took her hammer with her. I can't blame her, right? All the horror movies out there, you know what's going to be back there. But you can see it's got hardwood floors. There's another a window back there, and you'll see later she goes downstairs. That's how she gets out, and then she comes back to her apartment. But pretty crazy stuff. I mean, you got your apartment in New York City, and everybody's crying about how expensive they are and everything else. And I'm not sure. I might not even put this on TikTok. I might just done my own remodeling project, and she'd had a big old apartment. But anyway, pretty crazy stuff. So I don't know. You might want to check out and see what's behind your bathroom mirror. Could be something cool. All right. Well, let's head on to the White House. Biden's German Shepherd has aggressive incident and is sent back to Delaware. So the dog is sent packing. Apparently, they had a little dog called Major Biden. So that's the name, is Major Biden. They got him from Man of Shelter, and apparently he's already bitten a Secret Service agent. So they're sending him back. I don't know what they're going. Maybe they're just trying to rehab the dog. I don't know what they go do, but the other dog is named Champ, and it got kind of funny down here. It said that that one bit it, but that Champ, the other dog, he's also a German Shepherd, but he's approximately 13 and is slowed down physically due to his advanced age. So. Hey, it's out there, So I guess Champ's feeling right at home. There are other folks that are slowing down physically and due to their advanced age in the White House. So I guess Champ's just feeling right at home there. But anyway, that's kind of funny that the POTUS's dog got sent back to Delaware. So, but anyway, that's what happens, I guess. New surroundings. Oh, now what came up? Well, this is the big deal everybody's been talking about. This Meghan Markle and this Harry's explosive Oprah interview. All the big revelations of what happened and how oh woe is me type thing. And I don't want to get too ugly on her, because if she had suicidal thoughts, God bless her, she needs to go get some help. But it was just like I kind of I don't know. I don't understand it. I'd like to have your thoughts on this. I guess you got a royal, and of course he married this American girl, and And now all of a sudden there's all these issues about Archie's skin color. Is it too dark? Is it too light? What is it? She's got suicidal thoughts. And of course, they're going to have a little girl now. But then of course, they were cut off financially because they didn't want to do their duties anymore. They didn't want to be part of the royal family. So, I mean, if you're not part of the business anymore, I guess you don't get business money. I don't know. But as part of that, they lost their royal protection. So now they're like, oh my God, people are going to try and kidnap us and kill us and everything. And then there was a big thing about Kate Middleton making Meghan cry. And I know that's pretty upsetting to people. But they got married there, all this kind of stuff. But it all goes through how I just thought how it tells you how to rewatch it and stuff. But I don't know what you thought about it. But apparently there was 17.1 million viewers on this thing. So somebody going to watch it. I don't know if they're feeling sorry for them or not, but and of course, I'm sure the Queen's having a heyday with this thing. But I don't know. I mean, you're sitting here and you got folks that I looked up, Harry's net worth over here. I think this is it right here. No, I think it's this one here. What their net worth is, and we're not going to take Town and Country magazine, but apparently Meghan is worth about $5 million, and Prince Harry's worth about $40 million, right? So, I mean, after 2020 and what all we went through, and all the folks unemployed, and I mean, what's going on? I don't know who's sitting home really feeling sorry for these two, but I mean, I saw where they bought a house here in LA for $14.7 million estate in Montecito, seaside Santa Barbara, California. They're next to Oprah and Ellen DeGeneres and all those folks, and they put down $5 million and they have a $10 million mortgage. So I guess we're supposed to feel sorry for them. I don't know. Kind of interesting. I don't know what you think about it, but I'm not going to do a rant on this thing. But did they make any money from the interview? I know a lot of people are thinking, hey, did they actually make any money for it? In fact, I hit my stop share, didn't I? Let me share that with you, man. I'm just happy fingers here all of a sudden. We're going to share that screen again with you because I want you to see what's going on. But the scene tells us live. I'm screwing up all over the place. But anyway, no, actually they didn't make money. But guess who did? Harpo Productions, of course. Harpo backwards is Oprah, and they made around $7 to $9 million off the daggum interview. So that's kind of interesting. They sold to CBS for $7.9 million. So I mean, I don't know. That's a whole nother thing there. I don't know what we're talking about there, but anyway, now you got Meghan out there, and they said she yelled at staffers for just minor stuff and hyper specific demands. So I don't know if what she did or not, but it's a whole mess. I know I looked up her Wikipedia thing, and she's had it tough for years because she was trying to be an actor, and she says in here that she had a tough time because she wasn't black enough to play black roles, and she wasn't white enough to play white ones. So I mean, but apparently she did all right because, I mean, of course, she was on that USA Network Suits thing. That's where the only time I'd ever seen her. But apparently before that, she was one of those gals that would hold the briefcase in that Deal or No Deal thing with Howie Mandel. But even in that Suits show, she made like 50,000 episodes. So she's making like $500,000 a year. So I don't know how to feel sorry for people that are having a great life. I think they should be grateful for what they got. But anyway, $5 million, $40 million. I don't know. I think they're getting paid like 800 expenses, like 800,000 a year or something to go traveling around when they were doing stuff for the Royals. So I don't know, man. What would you do if you were making 800,000, getting your $800,000 worth of expenses paid, and you were worth that kind of money? I don't know that I would have moved to Canada, and I don't know what happened. But anyway, I'm not going to do a rant. That's it. But anyway, good news out of Britain. Here's some good news for you. These things ever come up here. We're going to refresh. There, whiskey's about to get cheaper. It's starting tomorrow, so that was actually Monday. But the U.S. is temporarily suspending tariffs placed on Scotch whiskey. So of all the things we are now taking tariffs off of, it's Scotch. So you guys can have a good one. I think a tweet down here somewhere. I guess I missed the tweet, but yeah, it's gone down because that tariffs on that. I think some Boeing products and some other things. But anyway, whiskey's about to get cheaper, so go ahead and get you some more, and I kind of go from there. But here it is, Boris Johnson. He says, from Scotch whiskey distillers to Stilton makers, the U.S. decision to spend tariffs on UK exports today will benefit businesses right across UK. So good for UK. Good things are happening. They're not getting all beat up just by Meghan and Harry. They got some good things going. So it's supposed to strengthen our relations. But we did tariffs of 25% on Scotch whiskey. So this is pretty good deal there. Removal of tariffs on cashmere. I've been wanting to buy me a new sweater, so I'm glad that happened. And then joint de-escalation of Boeing Airbus dispute, whatever that is. So I hadn't been keeping up with that. But anyway, and also it looks like today I was looking out here that the Dow is up by 387, so we're up to 32,219. So S&P's up, everything's up, Nasdaq's up. So maybe we'll have a good day and be able to cash in on something. All right. Well, what we learned today? Well, again, we learned that just taking care of people and having I think I got so many things open that my computer's going, what do you want to do here? But stuff like the Texas grocery store, just do good things for people because it'll all come back to you. And of course, just the fact that you got folks out there that are doing well. You got little Caleb over here who is really things going well. Dak's going well. Dak's got the money now. You never know what's going behind your bathroom mirror. So I mean, you might want to check that. But it's kind of an interesting story. You never know what's what you go find in this world. And then watch out for your dog. You don't want to send your dog back to Delaware. And of course, the whole Royal Rant. I don't know. You just take that for what it is. But anyway, we'll end up with the whiskey again, so you can have a good time there. But anyway, that is it for us today. I just wanted to be sure and check in with you on our What's Trending. But leave your notes here for me, and we'll talk about it during the week. Got a lot more things going on this week, so stay tuned. It's been kind of quiet for me live this week because I had a lot of stuff to do. But we're going to be up tomorrow with Thrive Thursday. And I got another little thing coming up before Thrive Thursday because Grant Card owns things this weekend, so we're going to have a special 10X presentation tomorrow as well. And then Friday, got a really nice thing for you as well. It's called 5 Ways to Keep On Keeping On. So we'll have that ready for you live. But anyway, have a great afternoon. And as always, just keep moving in the direction of your dreams. And we will talk to you later. Bye.